We are here today to give away the certificates to successful students who graduated from the Times Pro program. And the relevance of this program has to be appreciated from a larger context. If you typically look at India's development, the world over, India is now gaining a lot of importance, not just economic importance, but geopolitical relevance also. So whenever India is discussed in terms of growth, development, it is always discussed in the context of demographic dividend. So repeatedly we hear this word demographic dividend. Now what is demographic dividend? It is nothing but when our young people study well, get jobs, start earning money and contributing to the economy of the country. So that's when we will have demographic dividend. But today if you look at India, we have what we call as a demographic promise. We have not yet translated that promise into demographic dividend. So right now there are a lot of youngsters, they are willing to get trained, they are willing to be employed, but there seems to be a huge gap between what India needs and the kind of trained people that India has. So Times Pro is trying to bridge this gap, and companies like and programs like Times Pro will perhaps help into demographic performance. So that way it has to be highly appreciated, number one. Now number two, I have had the opportunity of interacting with people who graduated from the school and also have followed a lot of blog posts about the kind of training that they give. So most of them say that it is not a regular kind of training. So it is industry specific, it is interactive, they seem to have a lot of debates and discussions, and the new age skills that are required for youngsters to perform very well in their jobs is what Times Pro is offering. So I also had an opportunity to see the kind of partnerships they have. Personally, the MD of NVIDIA is a good friend of mine and we work professionally. So to have tie-ups with companies like NVIDIA and Intel is a great deal actually. And in BFSI sector also, India, for instance, needs people who understand the domain of banking and financial services. Today, people are just focusing on simple things like scams in banks. But what they have to understand is Indian banking sector is an extremely robust banking sector. We have tight firewalls to protect the system from collapsing. And we can easily draw a parallel between what happened in 2008 when the world collapsed because of the financial crisis. India still kept its strength up and running. So that's because of our internal strength that we built. So financial system also has to be understood in the context of how India is performing, just not focusing on scams that banks are having. So I think Times Pro is giving this kind of inputs to the students, and I congratulate the students who took away the certificates. I congratulate the institution as well.